Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Marlon and this week we are in Anilao, Batangas. This is probably the closest dive area we have to Manila. I think my drive this morning took 82 kilometers. There was a little bit of traffic because I didn't get here as early as I wanted to, but you don't have to take a plane or a ferry to get here. Just congested highways. Anyhow, we're in Bubblemaker. They're hosting us this week and we're gonna go check out their operation. So come join me. So this is what the front of their business looks like. It's easy to pass if you don't know Anilao like myself. But you got the hotel block up here. That's rooms 4, 5, and 6. And you got rooms 1, 2, and 3 on the ground floor. But what happened this morning is I popped my head in here. Watch out for this. I already bumped my head for you this morning. And they got a little parking spot. So it should easily fit 4 cars. That's my little toy hauler that I got. But you got this hotel block, 6 rooms, all air conditioned. And that little area right there, they call them their SCUBA rooms. They have 4 more rooms up there. And the 10th room, I think the one on the very right, is a fan room. So they always have to say that it's air conditioned because locals like the air conditioned rooms. This is their lobby. Very slow day. Today is the 21st of July, Habagat season. So you get typically 2 seasons here. Habagat is when the monsoon wind comes from the southwest. And after that, that runs from June through September, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm in room 1, by the way, 2 and 3. That's the hot and wet season. So this is the room. Nice little tower arrangement there. It's got a fan and there's the AC. And you got a TV and that is it. No frills, huh? They were kind enough to drag my gear in here for me this morning. I'm surprised to see that they even brought my scuba gear here instead of dropping it off at their little scuba center. But we'll go over there in a second here. But this is the bathroom. Let's see. Let's pop our head in here. Lights. Again, no frills. I'm glad that they have hot water. I love me some hot water, even on the hottest days. Toilet, sink, mirror. We're good. Nothing to it. Anyhow, let's go walk back out and check out the rest of the property. Gonna go back out through the front. You don't have to use these stairs. There are some steps here. You can always use the driveway. Get away from the street here. So they have like a little seating area for eating. This is their dive shop. Got 3 divers that came in from the water. Oh, they even have hot water in their dive center. Soap bins, tanks, and a little warehouse. Got a ramp. Got hand washing stations and bathrooms. It's a nice, warm, and cozy place. But what I'm finding out in Anilao is that there is one dive shop after another, and they're right on top of each other practically. So this particular place we're right on top of the peninsula on the western side, but they have a little bay here. And if you are new to scuba diving or you want to try some discover scuba diving, you can probably do it right here year round. But we'll see if we can dive here. We'll see. It's always weather dependent. If the And here's another thing that I'm learning is that these dive shops don't actually own their own boats. They contract them out. And depending who they get, they might not want to moor up all the way up to the shore. So we'd have to drive somewhere else and they'll pick you up there where calmer waters are. But anyhow.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's a completely different day. It's actually 2 days from the earlier part of the video. That was Thursday. I couldn't dive Thursday afternoon, Friday morning either. So I left, went back home, and it is now Saturday morning, and we're back. So we're gonna try diving today. The weather's looking much, much better. Bubblemaker's right there. I couldn't park in their driveway this morning because there's a car in the way. It's a small little parking space that they have, so I just didn't want to force it in there. But there is a pay lot very, very close. Where's my toy hauler? Right there. Just walking distance, really. So what I did was I parked in front of the white gate that they have and dropped my gear off and drove back over here. So easy peasy. Come join me again. All right, so we're ready to go. We're just waiting for a few divers here. Brian's excited. Miss Joe's busy making sure everything is going well. So there's the dive boat. I'm gonna move there a little closer in a bit. But yeah, show you guys around. So this is what mornings look like at the Bubblemaker. Got locals. I don't know if they're diving or they're just chilling. But I think there's supposed to be 6 or 7 of us. 3 or 4 Divemasters. I don't know why so many. But that's the contracted boat. You see all our gear there. It's going to be a 3-tank boat dive. So before they took our first tank, we had to set up all our gear. I mean, they could have done it, but I like to do it myself. So we're ready to go. I'm actually half suited because it is hot. Got kids playing. Just a beautiful day out here today. And I saw some other people on this side. Might be doing some instruction here. Are these your divers, Ate Joe? No. No? All right. Resort next door. So we're supposed to go underway at 9 o'clock. It's about 8:40, but we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. So today we got somebody special here, a new member of Manila SCUBA Divers, Mr. Brian Davis.
Hi everyone, as Marlon said, I'm Brian. I come to the Philippines a lot. I have 2 Filipino children. I'm British. I'm based out of Dubai, and we're here today at Bubblemaker because we're continuing the progress or education, diving education of Charisse. For any of you that watch Critter Hunter, one of the biggest scuba channels in the Philippines, you will know he has a scuba apprentice called Shy, or full name Charisse. So Critter Hunter couldn't make this trip, so UK diver Andy Walters and myself, Brian Davis Scuba YouTube channels, have taken it upon ourselves to sponsor Shy to become a dive guide and dive master. So this is part of that journey. She's here doing a rescue course along with my son and my daughter's dive master course. So she's flown up from Darwin with her dad Alex. Now if you watch Critter Hunter, you will know Alex. He's famous on Critter Hunter. So Alex is here with us as well today. So she's best part through a rescue diver course now. The instructor doing the course is Mark Carron, which you'll also know from Critter Hunter and the Dowing gang. So we're off on a boat today, 3 dives, rescue work, not with me, with Mark. Marlin, Alex and I are going to be fun divers today, and my daughters going to be the trainee dive master. So that's about it, really.
And Brian was kind enough to lend me his SPG because, as you guys know, my charger for my dive computer is half a world away. So thank you, sir.
I just
I
want to think,
appreciate your gear.
I'm in no way connected with Bubblemaker or
Yes.
any dive centre.
Oh,
Yeah,
none of us are. Yes, so we got a bunch of professionals from the Cebu region. I myself, I'm not associated or affiliated with any local dive shops here in the Philippines or anywhere in the world. So yeah, you just want to make that clear.
Yeah, why do I choose Anilao? Because it's easy to get to from Manila Airport. We stay in Tagaytay, which is 1.5 hour drive away. It's convenient, the diving's good. And this part of the bay where we are, whatever the weather, you can generally dive. Whereas further along the coast, you're subject to the weather
Correct.
quite a lot. So
And we don't have to,
Mabini, this part of Anilao, is just a nice, easy place.
and we don't have to
dive.
waste a plane ticket or a ferry ride.
Save time.
Yep, exactly. So we're gonna cut off here because we got a bunch of guests coming in. Like I said, it is Saturday morning. See you on the boat. All right, we're back from our 3-tanker this afternoon. It's actually this whole day because we had lunch out there. But anyhow, great weather, awesome weather. Like I said earlier, I was here Thursday. I didn't get to dive Thursday afternoon, and I didn't get to dive Friday morning because of the weather. But it is the weekend. It cooperated with us today. Brian Davies and his party and myself were the only divers. I actually jumped on the boat that he rented, but people are coming in from the water. Again, excuse my voice, it still hasn't come back, but a bunch of free divers, not just here in the Philippines, but US, Canada, Europe, but they're all just coming in right now. So this place is supposed to be full this whole weekend, so good on them. But yeah, thanks for joining us. No GoPro today because it didn't survive the Boracay trip from 3 weeks ago. I have 4 batteries. None of the batteries worked, so I contacted GoPro and they asked for me to send it back. So that's what happened. And hopefully I'll get that GoPro soon and get some underwater vids and pics again. But again, thanks for joining us. We'll see what the next dive shot brings us. All right, guys, that's a wrap for Bubblemaker. Calling them a dive and beach resort is probably a stretch. It is a lodging place, right? And I got the owner to actually say this. She didn't want to be on camera. She's a sweet lady, nothing against her, but if you're a business owner, you need to really get your name out there. But she said she wants to make money, trying not to get killed here. She wants to make money by renting rooms, right? So from her, I mean, I think it would be better off as a bed and breakfast, but just walking and trying to get killed. But she straight out said that she doesn't want to make money on the diving part. She makes money on the lodging. And I think that's the culture here in Anilao, is that these lodging places may have some kind of a dive shop, but they don't have their own tanks, or perhaps they have their own tanks, but they don't have a way to fill it, right? So they gotta order the tanks from somebody else. And they don't have instructors because the diving season here is probably good for 6 months. So they rely on instructors from, let's say, Manila to bring groups here. They stay here, and that's how she generates income. And then that group will then hire a boat, a third party, to take them to the specific dive sites that they want to go to. So it's not like an all-in-one package. But you guys decide if this is for you or not. As for me, I hate to say it, but I think I'm gonna give it a pass. And it's just, calling it a dive and beach resort is just not, I think it's just too much of a stretch. And again, it's unfortunate because I like the owner. She's a very sweet lady, but she's missing the point there. I think there's something missing there. There's a missing element there, and it might be just that I don't understand the business models that are used here in Anilao. But yeah, you guys decide for yourselves. See you the next time.